Hi, this is Edith, Instructional Innovation Trainer at Klamath Community College, and in this video, I am going to go over the Data tab. The first section of the Data tab is getting external data. You can pull information from Access, from the web, from text, and from other sources or existing connections. Each of these will open up a dialog box and ask you for information that you just need to fill in. Get and transform. What you're going to do here is query information. You can do a new query which connects and combines data from multiple sources. You can get it from file, from database, from Azure, from other sources, combine queries, data catalog search, my data catalog queries, data source settings, and query options. I can also show queries. If there is queries in the workbook, that's where I would go to find them. I don't have any at this time. From table, I can create a new query linked to a selected table. And if the selected range, such as this, is not part of a table, it will be converted into a table. So I can click on this, and then that will turn this into a table. And I can just say, okay. And now you see that I have a table. And this is the box that will come up for the query. And again, from recent sources. So if I have used sources before, this will list the most recent sources. Connections, I can refresh all. I have a drop-down box that will give me some other options, which is refresh all, refresh status, cancel refresh, and connection properties. Again, I don't have any connections in here. If I did, they would show up in there. And if I were to click on refresh all, it would refresh all the connection information on the current workbook. Connections will display the workbook connections dialog box. Data connections are linked to data sources outside of this workbook. Properties, this is only enabled when you select a cell that has been populated using an external connection. And edit links will display the edit link dialog box, and you can edit all the files this spreadsheet is linked to so that you can update and or remove the links. The next section is sort and filter. If I want to sort a column alphabetically, either A through Z or Z through A, I can click on this and it would do that for me. It will ask me if I want to go to expand this selection because it recognizes I have more data in there. Perhaps I don't want to expand the selection, so I'm going to go ahead and say continue with the current selection, and it will just do that. It will sort the data for me based on that criteria. Same with the Z through A. And again, I get the expand the selection. I can say no and just sort. And then again, it's sorted correctly. I did not pick that first cell. That's why that didn't get in there. I can also do a full sort. Perhaps I want to sort my data on any of these different topics. So perhaps I have already here, I have year term. I also have the count pass, but I can always add a level here, and I will put in pass rate, and perhaps I want to go largest to smallest and say okay, and then it updates my data based on that sort. I can also filter my information. So if I click on here, you'll see that I get little drop down boxes. That was similar to what you saw from the tables. I can pick just one criteria if I want, and all the information that is associated with this right here will be the only thing displayed on my screen at that time. And these charts change accordingly because I'm taking away data from them. And you can see that I selected the 2016 fall term, and it only selected those. And if I want to get all my data back, I click back on the filter and I select all and I say okay. I can also do another selection, say okay. And then these become active, so I can clear the filter, I can reapply a filter, and I can go into an advanced mode. This will give you a dialog box that you can fill out. So let's clear the filter, and then you see everything came back. And then if I'm done with the filter, I can click that off, and then I no longer have the filter there. The next section is data tools, text to columns. If I click on text to columns, I can actually select multiple cells that have text in them and create multiple columns out of them. Or I can split it up using a delimiter, which is like a comma or a period or another character. Flash fill, I can also fill in, so I can grab this and drag that down and I will get some information based on that. I actually just wanted to copy the cells. I can grab those and then the cells are copied over. I can also remove duplicates. I will get this message if I do not select all of the cells. I can choose to expand to include the other cells, or I can just continue with the current selection, which is what I'm going to do. And if I click on remove duplicates, anything that's in here that's a duplicate number will be removed. And I'm back to where I was before. Data validation, I have a few tools that are available to me in here. Some of the things you can do with data validation: you can restrict the type of data that can be entered into a cell. You can provide a drop-down list of values that can be entered into a cell. You can display a descriptive prompt to remind users what type of information should be entered. Display an error message if the information is invalid. Prevent a value appearing more than once. Numbers within a specific range, you can limit those as well. A certain number of characters to be entered, or restrict entries to a specific type or size. I can also consolidate, and consolidating is taking data from separate worksheets and putting them into one master worksheet, and then you can work within the same workbook as the master worksheet or in other workbooks. Relationships. This allows you to create or edit relationships between tables to show related data from different tables on the same report. So this gives you a little bit more flexibility, so you don't have to open 10 different reports. You can just create a relationship, and that will allow you to manipulate the data in one spreadsheet versus 10 of them. Manage data model. It opens the Power Pivot window. I have not used that, so I can't give more information on that. When I do get more information, I will create another video for you. But you're not sure what the input value of the formula is required to get to the result. The data table is if you have a formula that uses one or two variables, or multiple formulas that use all one common variable. You can use the data table to see the outcomes all in one place. The forecast sheet is a tool that you can use that creates a copy of your data and inserts it on to a new sheet in your file. It will also give you formulas to predict future values. But you will need some information. Basically, what you would need is historical time-based data in tabular format, and then Excel will be able to convert that information. The group button, you can use this button to group a selection of rows and columns. It also has a command, the auto outline command, which creates an automatic outline from the current region. Ungrouping, again, another drop-down box, and you can ungroup the rows and cells that you've created, or you can clear the outline. Subtotal, it will automatically insert subtotals for the selected rows. Show detail will expand a collapsed group of cells, and hide detail will collapse those group of cells. That is your data tab in Excel, and if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, something I didn't cover, you want more information about, please feel free to contact me. My email is warden@klamathcc.edu. My extension is 340, and you can reach me between the hours of 7 and 4 on Skype for Business. I would be glad to IM with you, video chat with you, and screen share with you if you need additional help. Thank you and have a great day.